Hi everybody. This video I'm going to show you how to make wands. This one I made probably 2 years ago. It needs some updating. It actually has a rose. And that rose is made out of nothing more than hot glue. Okay? You can see the little petals and everything. I really didn't ever finish this. It was one I was making for myself. And that's about as far as I got. You can do them in many different ways. What you're going to need is you're going to need something to stand these in while they're drying. Unless you're only going to make one. But what's the fun in making just one? Okay? Most people that are going to do a craft video are going to make more than one. I'm going to make a couple of different ones from last year, and I think you can still get these. These are the little skeletons. They were actually a garland, and I've taken them off the garland. Okay, we're going to actually take this little dude apart, and we're going to make a wand. We're going to make a wand with him. So Karen, this video is for you. I also have some, I think these are all skull rings. These are skull rings. And we're going to take the ring part off the skulls and just use the skulls. And these are, I believe these are bats and skulls, but they're all black. And I bought these just because I wanted the bats. It was the only way I could get bats, little bats. Okay, the only way I could get them. The other thing you're going to need is craft paints. Any color that you want. I brought out some brown, and it doesn't matter what colors. You probably will need white, brown, blue, reds, gold is a good color, and probably definitely black. And this is probably too dark of a purple, but I grabbed it anyways. And gosh, now I don't know where I put them. I need my little paint trays. If you have them, if not, a foam plate or an old plate, whatever. Some water to rinse your brushes in, and paper towels. I didn't grab any paper towels, but it'll be alright. I'll grab them when I need them. For the wands, if you're not doing them for anything in particular, you can, if you go to Chinese and you get these, bring them home and save them for crafts. But they are kind of short. You can use them, but they're short. Or you can go and get the little wooden dowels. These work really, really well. But if you go over where the food, where you buy the utensils and stuff, get some of these. They are the like skewers or whatever they're called, and they usually have this on them, which is okay. That's fine. And they're square. They're like square. Okay. The reason is when you go to do this dude, he needs to be on something square. He does not glue well to the round ones. He'll go, but he does not like to stay. Because what we're going to do is we're literally going to put this dude on the stick, sort of, and then we're going to take his arms and legs off, and we're going to glue them on separately onto here. So that's going to be one of them. And what you're going to start out with is just say, okay, I'm going to make one that's going to be a skeleton. What color do I want to make the background? These skeletons don't paint well. I will tell you that. They do not paint well. You can use a Sharpie, like a permanent ink Sharpie, but they still want to rub off. I will tell you. So, don't plan on being able to paint these. They don't paint well at all. So plan ahead what you're going to use, what you're going to do, and of course you're going to need hot glue because this is going to look gruesome when you're done. The skull is literally going to be on the very top when we're done. So that's going to be one. I also have, where did I put my gems? I have a bag of gems, and I've lost them already. We're going to do one that's going to be gem on the top. We're going to have some that's going to be bats, and one that's going to have skulls on it, and just one that's going to be kind of like, oh, what was that guy's name? Listen to me, I'm a Harry Potter nut, and I can't remember his name. Good Lord. Voldemort's wand. Or not Voldemort. Goodness gracious. And yes, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to make some wands. And you can make them to look like them. But word to the wise, do not make them identical. Because then it is copyright issue. Make sure your wands are not exact replicas. Okay? I've known a couple of wands out of real twigs, gone out, gotten branches off from trees that are just the right, had the right hook to give you a handle, you know, the right bend. I've scraped them down. I've let them dry. I have painted them. It's a long process to do that. You have to get it in the, like in the spring or something, let them dry, and then paint them. The glue, if you want it to have any kind of features or anything, and it is just a really nice feel to make a real wand in that way. Or you can just make a wand and carve it if you want an authentic looking wand. You can do it that way too, or add things to it. But we're just going to do wands that you can sell or give away to family members for fun for right now. Are you ready? I gotta go find those gems. Okay, so I found these gems. Gosh, I can't remember where I got them. Dollar Tree or Dollar General, I can't remember. They come in many different colors, black, green, purple. And I remember seeing that where I got them from, they still have them. So, don't fret, you can still get all of this stuff. They may be a little different than what I've got here, but you can still find stuff like this. Let's see. I think we'll start with the hardest thing. We'll start with the skeleton. I'm going to leave this right here in this stand. I'm going to lower you just a titch so you can see that better. And we're going to take him apart. And what you're going to need to do with him is, I'll pop his head off, just like that. Now, the hole is not quite big enough, but what we're going to do is, we're going to flip this over and we're going to put his head like this, through the end of this. Okay? That's simple. And then the rest of his body will go first, like so, and we'll be hot gluing this on. But we're going to cut his arms, and his legs pull. Or I thought they did, yes. The legs will pull off, the arms will not. We will take, I don't know if I want to take his backbone off. I think we'll leave his backbone on. Some of them I did, some I didn't. I think we'll leave the backbone on. And we'll give it just a tad of hot glue here in a minute. So we're going to leave this together except for cutting his arms off. So we're literally going to decapitate and dismember the skeleton. I guess that's not dismembering, he's already a skeleton. So, we'll do that. Do that. And if there's any sharp parts, I'll take my X-Acto knife and very carefully trim down any sharp pieces that's sticking out. Another thing that you can do is, because your glue gun is hot, the very tip of your glue gun, if you hold it against it, like the side of it, let me show you what I mean. That very tip, you can push it against, not the end, but just against it, and it will actually soften that where it won't be sharp. Like this one's kind of got a sharp edge right there. All I have to do is take the hot part of the side of it and just kind of run it across it, and it will melt it and take that sharp edge off. And now it's not sharp no more. Quick little tip, okay? Now, we got our legs and our arms, our skull, and our torso. And we have a stick. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint this first. So, I think seems how we're making him look a little gruesome. I think we're going to paint this black. So, we're going to stick it in there first. We're going to paint it right straight out of this. I'm going to pause this while I paint. Now remember, this doesn't have to be exactly perfectly covered in black, because we are going to put some glue on this where there's no skeleton, and I'm going to put gold on with the skeleton. So we're going to let this one dry, and I'm going to work on the next one while that black is drying, which is going to be, let's work on a round dowel. And we are going to do, and you notice the dowels are longer, we're going to do a purple gem, and little girls love purple. Purple and gold. And I think what I'm going to do is, I sold a lot of these, so I think we'll make the wand gold, and we will paint purple on it. So I'm going to pause you. I always clear coat my wands, because the last thing I want is a little one walking around trick-or-treating or playing with it and ending up with sweaty hands and having the craft paint come off onto their hands, getting it in your eyes or something like that. Now let's see if this one's dry. Nope. Okay, so our other wand that we're going to do is with the bats and the spiders. And that one is going to be a red and black wand. So I think we'll do one with some bats on it. So we're going to go ahead and snip the ring part of the bats off. And I think I'll just do 3 bats, and it will be on a round wand. So there's my bats. I've snipped the ring off. And we're going to make a red and black wand. And it will be done with the dowels. And we will start painting that one red. Now, if you're opposed to getting a little paint on yourself, wear some gloves. It is just craft paint. It will come off, so, you know. And if you want them to get done quicker, you can also hit them with a blow dryer. But I suggest you hold on to them tightly. But I actually have that painted pretty well covered. Don't worry if you don't have them covered well, because you're going to be putting other colors on with them and other things on with them. Again, that's the one that's going to be red and black with the bats. So the black one is dry, and we're going to start by putting the torso on. And I'm going to put some hot glue on his back. And we're going to slide him down so that he is literally straddling the square peg. If we can get him to slide down over. And I want him to go down quite a ways. Because I literally want him to look like he's falling off. And don't worry about the glue up here, because we're going to be doing something up there anyways. So I'm going to leave him right about there. And we'll probably be adding a little more glue, like right here. And we're going to put a little glue. We're going to push him forward. Drop just a dash of glue right there and let him relax. And let that sit a second. We're going to put glue on here, because we're going to shove the head all the way down on. I'm going to shove this head down on that post. Just like that. So it's resting all the way down. See how I did that? Okay. Now, he doesn't have to be perfect. He's not going to be perfect. You get to decide how you want this. Do you want his legs crossed? Do you want them dangling like they just kind of fell off? You know, you could put them however you want. When I did this before, I took his hands, because you want to make sure they look natural. And I made them look like they were falling off like this. And I did the same with his legs. And the kids loved it. Except for they really have this backwards. Because this would be this shoulder. But that's okay. Kids don't care. And I probably waited too long, but I can add more glue. So we have one arm attached. I'm going to actually take this arm and attach him up a little bit higher. So I'm going to turn him towards me so I can do this better. So he's going to be kind of glued up here, like it's attached to his hip in a way. I'm going to hold it there a second. And then I'm going to attach it down here. By squirting just a dab of glue right there. Now his legs, I will do likewise. I'm going to put glue along the side of his leg and then onto the back of it. So it's going to kind of how it's going to work. Just like that, and hold it there. So it's like that and like that. And these pieces are really quite flexible. So when you get them glued, stuck to that piece, they will stay there. And then I'm going to do kind of likewise with the second one, but he's going to be tucked in behind and then resting over top of the other foot. So he's going to be looking like that. Oh, I did not wait for him to dry. My fault. Let me pause you while I let him dry. I went ahead and attached his feet. Just go ahead and attach it the best you can with a lot of glue, however you need. Maybe he won't lay exactly how you plan. Go for however you can. Add extra glue if things don't feel tight. We're going to go ahead and do the next one.